Have you ever really stopped to think about the plants all around us? I mean, not just as scenery, but as partners. For literally thousands of years, they've been at the core of human survival, our culture, and even our spirituality. Today, we're going to dive deep into that incredible relationship between people and plants, and the science that tries to understand it all.
I mean, just think about it for a second. This isn't just ancient history. It's the bedrock of the entire human story. Every single culture on Earth has its own unique, intimate relationship with the plants in its backyard. It's a connection built over generations of trial and error, of deep observation, and honestly, of respect. It's kind of like this universal language that connects all of us.
And yeah, there's a name for the science that deciphers this language: ethnobotany. And it is a truly fascinating field. It's this amazing mashup of anthropology, botany, chemistry, you name it. It's all about understanding not just what plants people use, but the why and the how, and the way that knowledge shapes their entire world. Now, this isn't some new age trend that just popped up. Nope, it's a formal science with a really rich history of its own. So let's take a quick look at how this ancient wisdom slowly but surely became a modern scientific discipline. You can trace its roots all the way back to the earliest medical texts in places like ancient India and Egypt, but it really got its official start in 1895 when the term ethnobotany was coined. Then you have these pioneers, guys like Richard Evans Schultz, who basically lived in the Amazon and just blew the field wide open. And today, thankfully, the focus has really shifted to doing this work ethically, making sure that we're not just taking knowledge, but actually helping to protect it. So, to really see ethnobotany in action, let's zoom in on a place that is, well, it's like a living library of this stuff. A place where the knowledge is just unbelievably vast and vibrant. We're heading to India. Just get a load of this number. Over 700 officially recognized tribal communities. Each one of those is like its own unique hard drive of ancestral wisdom, with traditions and an intimate understanding of their local environment. The sheer scale is just mind-boggling. And we're not talking about a tiny fraction of the population here. These communities make up almost 9% of the entire nation. So what that means is that literally millions of people are the active guardians of this incredibly deep ethnobotanical knowledge. And the diversity, it's just brilliant. You've got the Gond tribe in central India. You have the Khasi people in Meghalaya who, get this, build bridges out of living tree roots. And then you have the Toda people who are pastoralists in the Nilgiri Hills. Every single group has a completely unique way of life that is just inseparable from the plants that grow around them. Okay, let's zoom in even further. Let's talk about one community, the Korku tribe. Their traditional healers, who they call Bhagats or Vaidos, are basically masters of a super complex local medical system. And this isn't just about, chewing on a leaf if you have a headache. It's a holistic, sophisticated approach to health. And here's where it gets really cool. Look at the specificity. They have particular plants for particular problems: malaria, joint pain, asthma. This shows such a sophisticated, time-tested understanding of plant chemistry, all passed down through generations without modern labs. It's a genuine natural pharmacy. So the big question is, how does this ancient knowledge make the jump into our modern world? How does it get from the forest into a pharmacy? Well, it turns out it's a pretty systematic journey. Okay, so here's how it generally works. It all starts with respectful documentation. Ethnobotanists working with local communities, not just studying them. Then they take that knowledge to the lab for all sorts of screening and tests. From there, researchers try to isolate the exact active ingredient, the one thing that's actually causing the healing effect. And that compound can then become the building block for a brand new, modern, life-saving drug. And believe me, this isn't some small one-off project. In India, there's this massive effort, the AICRPE, that has been systematically documenting this knowledge on a scale that is just unprecedented. We're talking over 10,000 plant species looked at, 8,000 of which are medicinal, all from working with over 400 tribal communities. It's a huge national commitment to saving this heritage. But, whenever something is this valuable, there's always a threat. This knowledge is incredibly vulnerable, and figuring out how to protect it has become a really critical global issue. And that threat has a name: biopiracy. Let's be blunt about it. It's theft. It's when a company or a researcher takes traditional knowledge, slaps a patent on it like it's their own brand new invention, and then profits from it,
all without giving any credit or compensation to the very communities who developed that wisdom over centuries. The case of the name tree is probably the most famous example of this. I mean, its amazing properties were common knowledge in India for generations. But then, a foreign company got a patent on it. It kicked off this huge international legal fight. And it just goes to show how easily this heritage can be stolen if it's not protected. So in response, India has built this really powerful defensive framework. They created something called the Traditional Knowledge Digital Library, which basically acts as a giant database to stop wrongful patents before they even happen. You combine that with strong national laws and international agreements, and you start to build a real legal shield to make sure benefits are shared fairly. Okay, so what's the big takeaway from all this? Why does it matter to us? Well, this isn't just about preserving some quaint history. It's really about safeguarding invaluable knowledge for the future of, well, all of us. This right here really sums up the whole story. We have this unbelievable inheritance of wisdom from the past. Right now, in the present, it's facing these very real threats, not just from piracy, but from cultural erosion too. But the future of this knowledge, that depends entirely on what we do now, through legal protection and most importantly, through community empowerment. And that leaves us with a pretty big question to chew on, doesn't it? As we're racing forward with all this amazing technology, are we accidentally leaving behind the very wisdom that sustained us for millennia? Protecting this knowledge isn't just about being respectful of the past, it's about investing in a more sustainable and maybe even a healthier future. The real question is, what part are we all going to play in that?